I am Woodrow Phoenix, and I write and draw comics, and I also design book covers and book interiors. I use mostly analog materials because I really like drawing physically, much more than I like drawing using computer stuff like tablets. There's something about the physical feeling of a pencil on paper and a brush with ink, again, that is just nice. A friend of mine, Gary Leach, who's a comics artist who's done lots of really great things like Marvel Man and things like this, he used exclusively those nibs from Philip Poole's shop, and he said to me, this is what you should use, this is what all the pros use. Nibs are very, very pointy, and they catch on the paper and they will spray ink, and so you have to draw in such a way as to not let that happen, and it's quite demanding, it's quite technical kind of working way, and I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it without scratching and splattering, and so I gave up. I gave up and thought, okay, I can't use a nib. So I just used brushes and pens. So this is Crash Course. This is a new version of Rumble Strip, a book all about cars and people and how terrible our relationship is. And the style, as you can see, is pretty stark, uses a lot of black. So this is really very faithfully using digital tools only to record it. So in other words, what I do is it's all done by hand like this. So these are quite deliberately quite textured, quite brushy, quite I didn't want to be too precise with the marks, or didn't worry about it, because I thought, since there are no people anywhere in the pictures, it's important to make it feel like, you know, you can see someone drew this. It's not a photograph, it's a representation of the scene. So for my version of Popeye, I wanted to draw it faithfully in the kind of style as you would usually see for this kind of newspaper strip. This bit is red here because I often use a red and blue pencil to do detail work with. Blue is a non-repro colour. What that means is, when I draw using a blue pencil line like this, this will not scan because cameras don't see blue. So what that means is that you can draw things in blue and not worry about them being seen when you scan your artwork. So as you can see, I ink by placing the piece of board over the pencils, and then using the light box you can see through, and then I just use brushes and the pen to follow those lines in ink. I felt kind of terrible that, unlike a real pro, I couldn't make these nibs work. Someone else probably could use these, but I'm not going to give them away. I'm just going to keep them because Gary gave them to me. So yeah, there you go.